Hey guys, welcome back to the network show. I'm going all the way in today.
I love you.
And y'all already know what I'm covering. What's good, Pack Gang? It's the General Stack Pack, and this is the network podcast. Today, we're back with part 3 of the Downfall of P. Diddy series. And let me tell you, it's getting heavier and heavier and heavier.
The same old pimp, mace, you know ain't nothing changed but my limp. Can't stop till I see my name on the blimp. Guarantee a million sales, pull a level up.
I love you, Stack.
Nigga, double up. We don't play around, it's a bet, lay it down. Niggas didn't know me 91, bet they know me now. I'm the young Harlem nigga with the Goldie sound. Can't no PD, niggas hold me down. Cooler, school me to the game, now I know my duty. Stay low, stay low, blow like Woody. True pimp, niggas spin no dough on the booty. Yeah, with the mace, stay on your cutie.
By now, y'all already know the allegations and the lawsuits and what's going on in the case. It's been stacking up every single day, right? All the cases, all the allegations, all of the stuff that people been talking about, it's been stacking. It's been just going down. You know what I'm saying? This is what's up. But here in part 3, we're breaking down some of how the empire is starting to crumble piece by piece. Think about it. This is a man who built Bad Boy into a global force. He moved from music, fashion, spirits, television, business, partnerships with a lot of big names in the world. For decades, Diddy represented power, wealth, influence. But in 2025, the narrative has shifted. The empire looks shaky and the walls are closing in. I want to get into some clips. I want to follow to what's going on, and I want to bring you guys another dope-ass episode, because that's what I do on the network. I bring you guys fire episodes.
They didn't do this to Harvey Weinstein, right? They didn't do this like this to Epstein, right?
Diddy's lawyer called the raids a gross overuse of military-level force and a witch hunt. He said Mr. Combs is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name.
I don't know what they're looking for or where they're trying to reach.
In LA, 2 of Diddy's sons, Justin and King, were briefly detained, then released.
A week later, Justin's mom, Misa Hilton, posted this shocking video on social media. Security footage from inside the house. Officers with guns drawn and pointed toward Justin and his brother King. Misa called it overzealous and deplorable.
It's hard for me to imagine that had this been many other celebrities, particularly white celebrities, that their children would have been in handcuffs and they would have been forced to stare down the barrel of guns and seen armored tanks. It just seemed like a lot for a raid of a music producer.
You have to remember that Diddy has been in trouble on some weapons violations in the past. He has security. These are vast compounds with multiple people at them. And so using this type of force was not inappropriate in any way, shape, or form.
A federal judge had determined there was evidence, significant evidence. Diddy was involved in sex trafficking, sexual assault, and soliciting and distributing illegal narcotics and firearms. And that's why the search warrants were signed.
This is a massive investigation. The idea that the feds have taken up this investigation in the first place indicates that it's remarkably serious.
Aubrey O'Day, a member of Danity Kane and star of Making the Band, has been the lone voice for years, saying Diddy is a bad guy. She has not spoken publicly since the new allegations surfaced until now.
If these allegations are true, why did it take so long for others to speak out? Because you really were a lone voice.
Real lone voice. I was literally text messaging producers, employers, from top to bottom levels. Like, y'all know what the fuck you saw. People were scared. If you know enough, you likely would be reasonable in being scared.
What did they fear?
Anything you possibly could, Harvey. A flat tire, being murdered. I don't know. There's a lot of things people fear.
People don't like to go after a powerful person unless they're sure they will be victorious. Because if you go after a powerful person and it doesn't work out, as Omar from The Wire said, you come for the king, you best not miss. And people don't want to miss, because if you miss, that means you're shut out of the music industry, you might be shut out of Hollywood, you might lose opportunities, and based on some of these rumors, your car might blow up in your driveway.
Together, guys? In order to get the warrants, the feds got one of Diddy's ex-girlfriends, Cassie Ventura, to describe how Diddy was involved in various criminal misdeeds. Others who recently filed lawsuits against Diddy did the same.
When we see, though, the Southern District of New York get involved in the way that they have, with obviously having a search warrant, which means probable cause, multi-agencies involved, it tells me that there's something that we perhaps do not know yet, whether that's cooperating witnesses or whether that's allegations that are beyond what's currently in the public domain, something that has given them the indication to launch this investigation at this broad of a scale.
Based on the lawsuits and the federal search warrants that a judge signed, alleging human trafficking, firearms violations, sexual assault, all these other things, does any of that surprise you?
No, I knew all of that was going on. I've known the whole time. I know what's gone on. A whole lot of people do, Harvey.
Oh my God. The case is getting crazy. I'm seeing more things and it's getting nuts. Let's get into a little bit more.
But Cassie's lawsuit led to a cavalcade of other lawsuits and allegations that have rebranded the mogul as an alleged sex-crazed predator who would stop at nothing to get what he wanted.
Diddy wasn't home when the raids went down. He was at a small Miami airport where he was set to leave for a vacation. He was questioned briefly by authorities and released. TMZ captured these images of Diddy pacing nervously after the encounter.
I guess you wonder what's going to happen next, Diddy. I know.
So the case is getting crazy. There's a lot of different talks, right? Now let's talk lawsuits. Each new filing isn't just a headline. It's not just a headline, y'all. It chips away at the credibility, the partnerships, the brand. Corporate America doesn't like uncertainty. And once the heat gets too strong, the distances get heated. People start backing away. Things get silent. People will stop talking. People just go silent. I don't know what it is. That's exactly what we're seeing. Major companies stepping back, right? Major people saying, you know what? I don't know if this is a good idea. They're putting a pause to the legacy that was once looked bulletproof, but now it's under fire. Then there's insiders, the people who are, once close bodyguards, former artists, associates. Someone else is speaking out. I'll be having some more clips. Every new voice adds on to another layer of the story, painting a new picture of chaos behind the scenes that fans never saw. And more of these stories, they stack up, the harder it becomes to separate rumor from reality. Now here's the bigger picture. This isn't just about power and accountability. Diddy isn't just a celebrity, he's a symbol of what happens when unchecked influences collide with real world consequences. Even if a fraction of what's being said sticks, it changes the way people remember him. In part 3 in this series, man, it's the momentum. The allegations aren't just slowing down, they're snowballing. And when this happens, it's not just a downfall, it's a collapse in slow motion. Oh man, it's happened right in front of us. The question is, Pat Gang, are we witnessing the end of the Diddy era? Or is it just another storm that a mogul with resources can somehow weather? Either way, one thing's not stirring. The story isn't over. Here at the Network Podcast, we're going to keep breaking it down piece by piece until the truth shakes out. Stay tapped in for episode 4. It's already lining up with more revelations. This is Stack Pack reporting the news, the culture, the truth. Knowledge is power.